Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to DAZ Reactions. Today I am reacting to some Eddie Murphy stand-up, and I think this one is delirious because of the outfit that he's wearing. It has been so long since I've watched this stand-up. I think the last time, it probably would have been in the 90s that I watched it. It is that long ago. You're looking 30 years ago. I remember it being hilarious. I can't remember a lot from it, but now that I've been reacting to all these different stand-up comedians, it's making me think back to all of the ones that I used to watch and that I'd want to watch again. So that's why I decided to do this one. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and comment down below if there's anything you want me to react to, because I will react to anything and everything. Without further ado, I hope you enjoy.
Michael Jackson, who can sing and is a good-looking guy, but ain't the most masculine fellow in the world. That's Michael's hooks, his sensitivity. That's what women be saying. Michael's just so sensitive. And they eat that shit up. Mike, no, too. He be using women in concerts. I seen Mike walk up to girls on the stage, be in the audience. He say, "Is it all right if I come down there and sing to you?"
Do you know what? Honestly, it always amazes me because I don't think you really get it that much nowadays. But if you go back, I recently watched the Elvis movie, and like to see that reaction to when he first went on stage, to the reaction of like the girls, like the women, like grown-ass women, just all of a sudden for some reason just wanting to scream. And I remember seeing, I've watched Michael Jackson's concerts, I've watched like the Dangerous concert, I've watched his Billie Jean, his Thriller concert and things like that, and to see how people react, like people fainting. And my mum and dad and my sister actually went to watch him at Wembley in during the 90s at some point, and they were saying like there was just people fainting all around, and it wasn't even the weather, it was just like that raw emotion that they got just from seeing someone on stage. It amazes me to this day that, like, I don't think I'd ever faint to someone, but yeah, the likes of Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley and that, for some, they had that effect on people, and I can't understand why.
Is it all right if I come down there and sing to you? And women go, ah!
Yeah, it was.
Then if you don't scream, Mike will get real sensitive and cry on your ass. If you hear that record, She's Out of My Life, Mike will go, so I've learned that love's not possession.
I remember watching this for the first time, and this song was in my head. That ah, the- I would have only been a teenager at the time, but this song was in my head, and I used to get on the train with me Walkman, and I wanted I had one of these anti-shock ones. And back then, like before iPods and that, like I'd have like a big puffer coat on, and I'd have like a CD case in my pocket, had like 20 CDs in, and I'd sit on the train with me Walkman like that, because if you started moving and shaking, it'd stop. And I remember after this concert, I had to download this song, and yeah, every time it got to the point, I remember that bit, the crime bit. Oh, yeah, it's brought back a good memory.
So I've learned that love's not possession. And I've learned that love won't wait.
Do you know what? So I'm gonna go back. Can we just appreciate with Eddie Murphy that, like, you get a lot of good impressionists, and I watched Jay Farrow the other day, whose impressions are brilliant, but Eddie Murphy, his impressions are spot on, and even for this, for Michael Jackson, they are just brilliant.
That love's not possession. And I've learned that love won't wait.
That is brilliant.
That love needs expression, but I learned to Tito, get me some tissue.
dear.
Jermaine, stop teasing. You just sing. Yo, when I found my manager called me up and said, "Yo, man, Michael Jackson is mad." I was like, "So?"
I didn't know this was actually on the video. That this is one that I have watched more recently. Delirious I've not seen for a very long time, but Raw came onto Netflix a few years back, and I actually sat and watched it. And this part had me in stitches, and it's going to make me laugh again, I know for a fact. For those of you that ain't seen it, I won't spoil it. The first one was Delirious. This is Raw, his follow-on stand-up. He only ever done 2 major ones, Raw and Delirious. And this is the second one, and you just got to watch it because it is brilliant.
When I found my manager called me up and said, "Yo, man, Michael Jackson is mad." I was like, "So?"
So basically, to get the context, after the first stand-up that he done, Delirious, he took the piss out of a lot of people, and I think one of them, Mr. T, he took the piss out. It was either Mr. T or Mike Tyson, I can't remember. And he said that, like, his manager said that, like, he's after him. So Eddie Murphy used to go to the clubs and he used to hear, "Oh, I think it's Mr. T's here, and he's looking for you." And Eddie would just leave, and then his agent said, "Oh, we've heard Michael Jackson's after you."
Michael Jackson is mad. I was like, "So?" You know, because I fuck Mike up, you know. Mike don't weigh but $105, you know. I bust that ass on Mike. I was looking for my, but my manager said, "You know, we don't know everything about Michael Jackson. He might be this bad motherfucker behind closed doors. He's a recluse, you know, behind closed doors. He might be completely different." And I'd be at a party and have Michael walk up to me one day and be like this. "Can I talk to you for a minute?" What's your motherfucking problem, man? Well, how come you keep fucking with me then, huh? What's all the motherfucking jokes? You don't like my problem? What's your motherfucking problem?
Oh, it's brilliant. And the fact is that it's true, because you do not know what Michael Jackson was like. You can't say what he's like now because he's dead, but like what he was like behind closed doors. You have no idea what Michael Jackson was like. And it's the same for like any celebrity, any singer, any actor. You have no idea. Like, you could get an actor that like plays a proper tough hard nut on the screen, and like behind closed doors, it could be a pussy. That it is just the case that like that's what's, he's got that persona that comes across in the movies. That's written for him. But like, you approach him in the street and they could cower down like, "No, please don't hit me." Like, you have no idea what people are like behind closed doors. But the way he goes with Michael Jackson here is just brilliant.
What's all the motherfucking jokes? You don't like my problem? What's your motherfucking problem? You know I like a motherfucking Jackson. I will bust your ass. Fuck out my motherfucker. I'll moonwalk all up and down your ass, motherfucker. You mind your motherfucking business. I hear some more shit. I'm gonna put this glove up your ass. I see you later. That's a dumb. I can never.
I remember everyone trying to do the moonwalk when I was younger, and it is something that like I could never do. I've got 2 left feet that like there's no dance that I could do. I can probably do the cha-cha slide because I don't really need to use my feet. I just need to jump and like stand, like step, and but I can't dance. That I've never claimed to be able to dance. I've never tried to. That I'm one of these that I get drunk and I just dance how I want to dance in my own head. That like the jump around song will come on when I'm drunk, and I will literally just jump around that room looking like a complete plank. But that is me. But yeah, the moonwalk, everyone tried to do the moonwalk, and like I never tried because even back then I had 2 left feet, so it wasn't going to happen. But yeah, the moonwalk was something that was a craze. That's like now, like now if you look at it, like you get the TikTok dances that end up going viral, and then they end up on Fortnite and things like that. That would have been the equivalent to the moonwalk back then. Although you could put the moonwalk into Fortnite and make it traversal, so you could just moonwalk all around the map. Just an idea.
I've been trying for 5 months to do the moonwalk, and I can't do the shit. This shit is the dumbest dance ever, because I can't do it. That's why I say it's stupid. But how can you do the moonwalk and ask a woman to dance and shit? Be at a party, "Hey, baby, come on, let's dance. See you later." Do the moonwalk. Stupid shit. Michael can do that shit, though. Michael's so famous. Michael went on television, and everything he says, the public believes. Went on television and said, "I don't have sex because of my religious beliefs," and the public believed it. I know, brothers was like, "Get the fuck out of here." And white people going, "That Michael's a special kind of guy." He's special. I mean, it's good, clean, and wholesome. Y'all believe it. You know how I knew y'all believed it? Y'all ain't get mad when he took Brooke Shields to Grammys. Nobody white said shit. And Brooke Shields is the whitest woman in America. That's Miss America every year. Is Brooke, fuck who you see with the crown. Brooke, you look up white woman in the dictionary, be a picture of Brooke like this. She's white. And this nigga took her to Grammys, nobody said shit. If I took Brooke Shields to Grammys, y'all lose your mind. Because y'all know Brooke would get fucked that night.
I don't know. I mean, it's always going to be one of them unanswered questions, like with Michael Jackson. This is coming away from the stand-up, like what Eddie Murphy's doing now. Like, on that note, Eddie Murphy is brilliant. I love Raw and I love Delirious, and every single one of his impressions are spot on. And for me, like, for everyone he does so many different impressions, but for me the best part of these is when he's talking about his dad. In the first one, it's the cooker, and in the second one, he's talking about getting into a fight. So he calls his dad on the phone, and to me, they are the best parts of the show. But on the Michael Jackson front, I don't know. Based on what he was accused of, is something that, like, there was no proof that he done it. It was just people, and it is the case that, like, people will go against him because he's got money. People will look at him and think, if we can get money out of him, he's not going to want this shit. So he is going to settle out of the court. So we're going to get a big payout. So I understand why people were going after him for the money, because there's vultures out there. But for what he was doing, like inviting kids to Neverland and letting them sleep in the same bed and things, it's pretty fucked up. And it, like, I'd have questions. Like, first of all, I wouldn't let my child go there anyway. That, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. That, like, if you're Michael Jackson at the time and you're like, I want to bring your kid to Neverland, I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm coming with them, and like, can they sleep in my bed? No, they can't fucking sleep in your bed. They can sleep in my bed because they're my fucking kids. But yeah, so that whole thing around it, that I didn't really follow it too much. I knew the gist of it, but yeah, I couldn't sit here and say whether I think he was a child molester or not, because honestly, I don't know. I understand, like, his career, like starting off in the Jackson 5 and then going through on his own, and like, he never really had the chance to grow up. But there's a lot of child singers, child actors and things like that they never got the chance to grow up really, but haven't gone down that road. But then they've gone different roads. That, like, if you look at, I don't know, it's the likes of Britney Spears, that, like, she was on the Disney shows and things like that, and not the Disney shows, she done a stage thing, theatre thing with the likes of Justin Timberlake and that, and then things like, it's all come to light now with her dad and everything, and like, that's child stars, and they I'm rambling now. I don't know what the fuck I'm going on about now, because I don't really know too much about the other ones, but like with the Michael Jackson one, I followed it a little bit, but I don't know. I reserve judgment. I can't say I think he did and I think he didn't, because I really don't know. But what I do know is that Eddie Murphy is a genius, and I've always liked Eddie Murphy. I've liked his movies. I liked his stand-ups, and there's some tapes on YouTube of him doing stand-up. There's no video, it's just the audio, and some of them are absolutely brilliant, and I do want to react to more of them because I haven't listened to all of them yet. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I do apologise for rambling on. Sometimes I lose my train of thought, and I lose myself. I start talking and then I realise, like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. I really don't. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I will be uploading daily, and it's going to be stand-up comedy, sitcoms, you name it. I'll react to anything. And if you have any ideas, put them in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one.